Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be checking out a video titled "Canadians Clap Back at American Neighbors Over Tariffs." So the whole world knows that this has been going on, and I don't know if it's getting any better anytime soon, but time to check out videos about this situation. So we're going to be checking out two videos today. Another one is titled "Buy Canadian Movement Having Ripple Effect on Retail Market." So without further ado, let's jump right into this video. If you have any recommendations, leave those in the comment section down below. It can be related to tariffs as well and how Europe is handling it, since this channel is mainly for European videos. However, obviously American related content will be on here, obviously, so show the relations between both. But nonetheless, yeah, without further ado, man, let's get right into this video. Any recommendations, leave those in the comment section down below. Or perfect, we'll keep that link in the pinned comment section. You can recommend videos using that Google form, and I'll check them out as soon as possible. Without further ado, let's get right into this video.
Consider it the Canadian way, venting frustration with humor at this New York pharmacy, replacing American snacks with Canadian favorites. For Toronto comedian Arsalan Shirazi, it's not all a joke.
I think there's an element of people saying like, hey, we're not going to just let you push us around, because we have to stand up for ourselves. We have to push back.
That fury spilling out into the open at NHL and NBA games, with the U.S. national anthem loudly jeered. Meaning a country that famously prides itself on being polite.
Man, I don't like this, man. I don't like it. I really don't like it. Like, I miss the days when America was respected and loved. And when I say respected, I don't mean in terms of I want America to be respected when doing bullshit. That's not what I mean. I miss the days when America was seen as, oh yeah, cool country, to a lot of people, and, a lot of respect. I hate the narrative surrounding America right now. It's just, like, honestly, I don't know how a lot of people go around actually just proudly being like, oh yeah, I'm American, seeing all the shit that is on the internet about Americans. I don't know how no, I can't do it. But, I'll always love the United States, but there's a lot of bullshit going on. And beefing with your neighbor that we've been buddies for so long, it's like, it's not it, man. It's just not it.
Feels deeply slighted.
I think people are disappointed. And obviously it's ramped up to a point that we haven't seen maybe ever.
Just ask any Canadian outside Toronto's U.S. consulate. You'll get an earful of patriotism mixed with anger.
Well, I'm pissed. I think it's the wrong way to do it. It's our closest ally. It's ridiculous, actually.
This plaque thanking Canadians for their support after 9/11 is a reminder of how close the relationship between the two countries has been. But historians can name other low points like this. The Star-Spangled Banner booed in Montreal in 2003 as the U.S. pressured allies to join the invasion of Iraq. Canada memorably declined, exposing cracks in what had been a mostly stable relationship since Confederation.
That sparked a kind of emotional response that we're seeing similar to today, where a lot of Canadians are like, hey, stop bullying us, stop trying to kind of push your views on us.
He points to this Guess Who classic, written as a protest song and released amid strong anti-American sentiment in Canada over the Vietnam War.
There's always been this undercurrent of kind of conflict and cooperation that's been going on. And Canadians have had to deal with the United States in a way that most other countries do not.
This time, the patriotism is erupting with calls to buy Canadian, and the maple leaf seen on social media a lot more than usual.
I think that comes alongside a bit of an anti-American sentiment, a frustration that our closest neighbor and trading partner has decided to treat us this way.
Oh, Canada, our home and native.
In a new twist Monday night, Nashville hockey fans booed "O Canada." So while the trade war may be on pause, tensions still simmer.
This is not it, man. This is not it. I'll say it a billion times. This is not it. This is just not it. It's not it. It's just not the way to go about things, man. But if a lot, the saddest part is I know a lot, and when I say a lot, why aren't you stopping I know a lot of people, when I say a lot of people, I mean, I've seen people that on YouTube that I support, a lot of people online, speaking of, like, I'm talking about Americans, because remember, the content that I absorb most is American content, though I live in Europe, right? The thing is, I've seen so many people that I know, and they're saying about Canada becoming the 51st state and stuff like that. And, it's like a lot of Americans don't really, think about this situation as, man, you're literally captive. You're holding somebody captive. Like, that's a whole free country, and that's how you're speaking about them, right? They don't want to be a part of you. Why are you forcing someone to be a part of you? Right? That's your ally. That is your closest neighbor. You don't want to go war with them, right? You don't want to do that. It's embarrassing, right? It's just a shame, because the thing is that, being in Europe really opens your eyes a lot. And it makes you really visualize and really think a little bit more outside of the United States, which I'm happy for that, right? And something that I think a lot of Americans don't even really realize is that America started with 13, right? My family, some of my family, not all of them, live in the first state of the United States, right? However, states like California and Texas, a lot of people don't even realize that's Mexico. That's Mexico, right? And I don't want the same shit to happen with Canada, right? I can give a pass to the past because the situation was a little bit different there. It was a little bit different back then. We was hustling. Independence just happened. We trying to get more spot. Everybody was scrapping back in the day. I get it, right? So I'm not gonna, be too, oh yeah, whatever. I get that part. It's in the history. It's past. But for the future, like, we cannot be doing that, bro. Like, we already massive, and then to beef with Canada, it just don't sit right with me, bro. But let's check out the next video, man. Y'all can let me know what y'all think and how y'all feel about it in the comment section down below.
The Buy Canadian movement has become a huge force in the last week alone, changing how and where people shop.
A vast amount of people are only purchasing made in Canada products.
Grocery store owners like Marilyn Dibb are astounded by just how...
That's crazy move right there.
Made in Canada products.
Grocery...
Putting the Canadian flag up over the oh my gosh, that is crazy.
Store owners like Marilyn Dibb are astounded by just how quickly Canadians have dumped American products in the wake of President Donald Trump's tariff threats.
They are completely boycotting the American-made product.
And at the Canada-US border, officials are reporting a huge drop in southbound traffic at some ports of entry. In Blaine, Washington, near Vancouver, wait times were just 5 minutes, down from the usual 19 minutes on a Sunday, let alone Super Bowl Sunday. All of that has some U.S. lawmakers furious with the president.
It unnecessarily harms a relationship with Canada that's been such a good relationship.
Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear says Canadian demand for bourbon has dropped off in the wake of Trump's aggression.
Most Americans didn't vote for the president on these issues. They don't view Canada in the way that he does.
Neighboring Illinois does big business with Canada too. It sent $30 billion worth...
I don't think so. I think a lot of them vote for him because of this exact reason. I don't agree with that. I think the outcome is going to change the reason why they voted for Donald Trump. It's as simple as that. Right? There was this log known as Project 2025. I don't do politics and I don't like politics, but for crying out loud, I know some things, I hear some things, but there's this log, Project 2025, and I've always heard that, people who were voting for Donald Trump denied that Project 2025 was for Donald Trump and he wasn't going to do Project 2025 and so on and so forth. And he himself, if I'm not mistaken, I heard that he denied it himself likewise. However, the things that has been done since the beginning of his term has been Project 2025 related. So I think a lot of people who vote for Donald Trump, once the consequences of whatever he does negatively starts to affect them, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, nah, we didn't vote for you for that. You know what I mean? That's what they're gonna say, because most people cannot take accountability. So that's what we're gonna get. But definitely, I think a lot of people voted for him because of they think he's the solution to immigration problems, and he's going to make America stronger, make America greater, and also he's gonna, change a lot of laws that I'm not gonna get into on this video.
Of goods north last year. A lot of it was food. Trump's put that in jeopardy, says this congresswoman.
Just making it that much more difficult for our farmers to keep their heads above water. It's very serious.
Minister Anita Anand is working with the provinces to quickly dismantle decades-old trade barriers between provinces to help the economy along if Trump delivers a blow. Canada needs to become more self-sufficient, whatever the president does in the end, she says.
Every one of us wants Canada to remain strong and free, and we are prepared to do whatever it takes to ensure that occurs.
Some Canadians have soured on the U.S., and Trump's latest threat to impose steel and aluminum tariffs won't help. The country's 13 premiers are headed to Washington this week, though, to smooth things over, part of a diplomatic push to get Trump to drop the tariffs for good.
And while the premiers have said they're committed to Team Canada, some still have demands for the federal government.
Yeah, Alberta Premier Daniel Smith is demanding Ottawa appoint the fentanyl czar right away. Last week, the Prime Minister promised Trump he'd get one in place to help crack down on the deadly drug. That hasn't happened yet, and Smith is not happy about it. Ontario's Doug Ford is also concerned. He wants the czar named now to show the Americans that Canada is taking Trump's concerns seriously. Ian?
JP Tasker in Ottawa.
Man, it is what it is. Sometimes I do be wondering if my thoughts on these things are correct, and this is why I avoid politics, because I just believe that a lot of these things that are controversial right now are distractions. They're distractions. It's as simple as that. I believe they're distractions for all the things that are going on right now. I don't think any of these things are actually real problems or issues that cannot be fixed. I think they're just distractions for something that is bigger, that is happening, that we're not supposed to be focused on. That's what I think. But you guys can let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts and feedbacks in the comment section down below. And I'm out of here. Peace.